All your life, you've been told that some things just happen. No reason, no explanation, just random events, like miracles, coincidences, or freak accidents. In short, chance. Think about it. Winning a lottery ticket, meeting someone by accident who changes your life, avoiding a car crash by mere seconds. We group these moments under the same label, luck or fate. But here's the real question. What if that's just a comforting lie? A nice story we tell ourselves, to avoid facing something much harder to accept, that the world isn't ruled by randomness, but by unseen forces, invisible patterns, and a kind of logic only the sharpest minds can detect. What if nothing actually happens by chance? What if everything, even the smallest event, follows a hidden order? A chain of causes and consequences that most people simply don't see. That's exactly what one man believed. A man whose thinking changed the course of political history. He influenced world leaders, war generals, business moguls, and tactical thinkers across centuries. To him, luck was an illusion, worse, an excuse used by people who are afraid to take control. That man? Niccolò Machiavelli. And today, we're stepping into his mind to understand why he was right. Let's break it down. If this message speaks to you, before we dive in, if this kind of thinking challenges you, if it opens a new perspective that cuts through the noise and cliches, then consider subscribing. It's free. It helps this independent work grow. A like, a comment, a share. These small actions help these ideas reach other minds who are ready to think differently. And if you're already part of this community, thank you. You make this possible. What is chance, really? Most people define chance as something that can't be predicted, has no clear cause, feels totally random. In short, a coincidence. But not everyone agrees. Albert Einstein once said, "God doesn't play dice." French poet Paul Valéry added, "Chance is the name we give to what we don't understand." Let that sink in. When we can't explain something, we call it luck or bad luck. But is it really an absence of cause? Or just a cause we didn't notice? Machiavelli had a very clear answer. Chance is just a label we put on things we don't control. Not because they're random, but because we failed to plan for them. Let's look at some examples that prove his point. Steve Jobs, connecting the dots. Steve Jobs once said, "You can only connect the dots looking backward, but there's no such thing as chance." When he dropped out of college, he randomly took a calligraphy class. Years later, the fonts and visual design he learned there became a key part of the first Mac computers. Most would call that luck, but Jobs saw it differently. He didn't wait for opportunity. He followed his curiosity, made bold moves, and stayed alert to how it all connected later. He acted first, then interpreted the result, not as luck, but as meaning. That's not random. That's vision. Elon Musk, planning through chaos. Some say Elon Musk got lucky, but here's the truth. If SpaceX or Tesla had failed, people would have said he was crazy, reckless, or delusional. But he succeeded because he turned uncertainty into strategy. He bet on the future, took calculated risks, and adapted faster than anyone else. Just like Machiavelli would have advised. He didn't trust chance. He designed outcomes. Cesare Borgia, the Machiavellian prototype. Cesare Borgia, son of Pope Alexander VI, was a military leader and politician in Renaissance Italy. He rose to power at age 25, and he left nothing to chance. He destroyed his enemies with precision. He seduced, negotiated, corrupted. When a once loyal ally became a threat, he invited him to a banquet and had him strangled after dessert. Later, knowing his father, the Pope, would soon die, Borgia prepared. He quietly eliminated anyone who could betray him once the Pope was gone. Was this luck? Of course not. It was cold strategy, deep foresight, and precise execution. He saw what others didn't, and he acted while they hesitated. Nothing goes viral by accident. Let's look at modern life. A video goes viral? It's not just luck. It's timing, emotion, algorithm strategy, and title choice. A war breaks out? Not a surprise. It's years of tension, political moves, and missed signals. A career takes off? Behind it, preparation, connections, persistence, and clear positioning. Chance is just the surface we see. Beneath it is a network of causes. If you learn to spot the patterns, you can stop reacting and start predicting. The real conclusion, the end of excuses. Here's the hard truth. What if luck is just a mirror we avoid? Because we don't want to face what we see. It's easier to say, she got lucky. That wasn't meant to be. It just happened. But Machiavelli didn't buy that. He believed that the powerful, the truly strategic, never leave their fate to chance. They watch quietly, they anticipate movements, they adapt when storms come. And most importantly, they act while others wait. Success, he said, doesn't belong to the lucky. It belongs to the lucid, the ones who see behind the curtain, the ones who understand that every event has a trigger, a motive, a decision. Now ask yourself, do you still believe in luck? Or do you see, like the strategists do, that everything is part of a system, a chain of cause and effect, a map, waiting to be read by those who know how to look? If this opened your eyes, then do one thing. Backhand index pointing right comment. Share this with someone who still thinks life just happens. Backhand index pointing right. Subscribe if you're ready to stop believing in magic and start thinking in moves. Because here, we don't believe in coincidences. We study them, we break them down, and we learn to control them.